importance of correct pricing. I cannot emphasize how important pricing is. It's the main thing that matters. It's like a car. The main thing on a car is the wheels, because that's the only thing that grips the car to the road. And it's the thing that stops things that can be safety. Same as pricing. Now, what is price? Price generally is a sum for which something is bought or sold. Yes, but also in economics, it's a signal to adjust buying or selling behavior. In other words, if something's a high price, more buyers will enter, more suppliers will enter and bid up or bid down the price. Simply put, it's what you charge your customers. How to price? Well, that's a difficult one because it depends on your customers. It depends on the value of your goods or services to the customer. It depends on your cost base. And all these things will determine what you charge your customers. But it's important that you get it right. How do you monetize what you have? Well, there's only a couple of ways of doing that. One is one-off. You've got a house, you want to sell the house. You've got shoes, you want to sell the shoes, and it's a one-off cost. Then there's subscription. For example, if you are paying for a TV channel or a set of channels, they all come at a monthly cost. That's a subscription. If you are paying for data usage on your mobile or for data storage, you pay for the usage. So those are the ways to do it. Now let me explain price types. Penetration pricing is probably the most simple to understand, but it's also a difficult one because you go in at below everyone else in the hope to capture the market or a percentage of the market, and then you gradually put up your prices to economic levels. Cost plus is where you have a basic cost and you add. For example, it cost me £10 to make, I'll sell it for £20. That's cost plus. Skimming is more of a technical products where they come in with a high price. As people start to buy, they reduce it because they feel that there'll be less buyers at the tail end. So by the time you're finished after a year or two, that same good that cost you £1,000 is probably going to cost you £200. Premium is the most obvious one. You have a good or a service which costs more, and it costs more because it's in demand. It's a premium good. A Rolls-Royce, Gucci shoes. Bundle pricing is where you bundle a range of products together because you feel that one will help to sell the other. Psychological pricing. Now let me be honest. Psychological pricing is in all of them, but it refers to pricing where you have a lot of data on your customers. You can then determine what price to charge them. Dynamic pricing. Well, this is the one that's in the papers at the moment, and it's in the papers because of its bad connotations. But you'll see that it does have some usage, but nevertheless, dynamic pricing, for example, the latest Oasis gigs, where people started off by paying less and suddenly they were having to pay 2, 3, 4, 500% more. It's crazy. But it comes from the Americans because they assume you don't know anything. Economy pricing, well, that's quite simple. You keep charging a low price because you hope to sell volumes or lots of them. Freemium is an online methodology of price types where you charge nothing for a game, but once they reach a certain level, you start then saying, hey, would you pay for this extra feature? Would you pay for this? Would you pay for that? In the hope that they do it. Competitive pricing is where you look at all your competitors. There isn't enough margin in, but nevertheless, you feel that you've got to charge that, because if you overcharge, you won't sell your goods. That's price types. Now let me give you some examples, but the most common ones are, and I'll start with probably the worst one, is dynamic pricing. Airline tickets, hotel offers, seasonal, there's demand changes, psychological pricing, perfumes, branded goods, value pricing, housing, milk. I know you might not think milk, but they'll add things to give you extra bounce or extra energy, or this is really good for you, or it's lactose intolerant, etc. Freemium is the one that we've mentioned upon. Free basic service, and you've got things like Adobe, MailChimp, Warcraft, Pokemon, where they charge extra for the extra features. Now, dynamic pricing is a bit like, say, taxis. They charge more at peak demand times. Airlines do the same thing during the holiday season, where they charge more because demand is higher. They think they can get away with it, and lo and behold, they do. Hotels and event spaces do the same. And some supermarkets, for certain brands that they have, they'll vary the brand week to week, month to month, in the hope that it prompts people that go, don't want to buy that, into buying it. Psychological pricing is things like healthcare, education, vet services, military equipment, bog off pricing, or the old classic 0.99. Hang on, you can sell an item for £5, but it won't sell as much as if it was for £4.99. It's only 1p difference, but psychologically you feel you're getting a bargain. Bog off, it's the same thing, except that here you think, oh, I'll buy the extra. It might go off a lot sooner, but you buy it. Military equipment, this is more prominent in the Middle East, where they buy very expensive equipment because they think it makes them feel good and makes their soldiers good. It doesn't. Veterinary services, we all value our dogs and cats and whatever we have, and so we're prepared to pay extra for that. Educational healthcare is exactly the same. So psychological pricing varies on the value we put to something. Value pricing is slightly different in the sense, yes, it's partly psychological, but it's also based upon the perception of luxury items, perfumes, cars, artists and performers. Remember, pricing isn't just a one-off example. It can have a mixture of different combinations to make them more attractive. Now, let me just give you a hint of a warning. Price models are very complex, and I've just done the basic ones, but they can be a combination. But the most important thing is various customer journeys exist, and you must focus on every aspect of that journey. I'll give you an example. If I go into Marks and Spencer and I bought a jumper, maybe I put it on when I had another jumper on underneath just to try it out. Got home, I found that it was too big. I just go back and I say, I bought this from here. They look at the label and they go, okay, fine, we'll either replace or refund. And you think, yeah, brilliant, I'll go back again. I've done it myself. If a shop is, it's hard to get your money back for something, you'll never use them again, no matter what they say on the thing, because that's what they're hiding behind. The customer journey is not very good. The best matrix is where your pricing model, customer journey, and your strategy, pricing strategy, is in harmony with your marketplace. And that you'll have a long-term customer base and longevity. What matters then, in conclusion, is a whole customer experience. Customers value perception of your good or service and what the disposable income is. In other words, no matter what goods you've got, if their disposable income is low, can't buy it. So you even have to look at sometimes economic climate in which you operate in. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions or you need more information or you need help with pricing, let me know. Thank you.